Let's talk about Blake Lively's relationship timeline with Ryan Reynolds and how it has sort of collided with this drama with Justin Baldoni.
And did they actually threaten the press to not talk about that?
Did Blake Lively really think she could keep this feud under wraps forever? And is Scarlett Johansson about to expose everything? Buckle up, because what just surfaced could completely change how Hollywood views Blake and Ryan Reynolds. Leaked evidence, courtroom drama, and a powerful Hollywood cover-up. This scandal has it all. And the worst part? The press was allegedly threatened to stay silent. But now, the truth is spilling out, and it's far worse than anyone imagined. For months, whispers have been circulating that Blake Lively was using her influence to control the media narrative. Reporters were allegedly warned not to dig too deep, and stories that painted her in a negative light mysteriously vanished. But the real question is, why now? What was she so desperate to keep hidden? Turns out, everything points to her escalating legal battle with actor and director Justin Baldoni. Blake's lawsuit against him was supposed to put her in the victim's seat, claiming he was behind a smear campaign. But when the court took a closer look, it didn't just poke holes in her case. It flipped the entire narrative against her. And then, just when things couldn't get any more shocking, Scarlett Johansson stepped in.
Couple had spent a lot of time apart and Scarlett became unhappy, which I could understand that. Shout out to the people in a long distance relationship because it could not be me. I just like to have my partner there. Looking back, Scarlett admitted that she didn't fully understand marriage at 23 years old, which makes sense. She confessed, I didn't really have an understanding of marriage, and Ryan said that marriage became more complicated for him over time and that things were changing after they had got married. According to In Touch Weekly, their relationship lacked warmth due to their strong personalities. The insider revealed they're both strong-willed and stubborn people. There was a lack of warmth between them, and that was troubling. Ryan can be an overbearing control freak. He's more traditional while she's more independent. When he wanted her there, he expected her to drop everything and come to him. She got tired of the double standard because he wanted to be the big star and he wanted everything his way, and she has a sense of self-worth.
Her involvement wasn't just unexpected, it was explosive. New receipts surfaced, allegedly linking Scarlett to key evidence that could turn the tide against Blake's carefully crafted image. But what exactly does Scarlett know? And why would she even get involved in the first place? Some speculate that this isn't just about legal drama. Scarlett and Blake have had underlying tension for years, stemming from their connections to Ryan Reynolds. For those who don't remember, Ryan was married to Scarlett before Blake, and the way that relationship ended? Let's just say it wasn't exactly smooth sailing.
Scarlett is currently the LUK cover girl, and she opened up about being the former Mrs. Reynolds. She said, quote, I got married when I was young, and it was incredibly romantic, and I liked being married actually. But it is different, it's hard to put into words. As for her definition of what it takes to make something work, Scarlett explained, quote, being in a functioning relationship doesn't mean you have to be married. I never think about marriage. Is that weird?
Now, with Scarlett's name being thrown into the mix, many believe she has reason to expose what's really been going on behind closed doors. And if the rumors are true, Blake might be in serious trouble. It all came crashing down when the court rejected Blake Lively's aggressive legal tactics. She and her team had filed subpoenas demanding years' worth of text messages, phone records, and even medical history from Baldoni.
We cannot underestimate the power dynamic of Blake Lively that she has, and she's clearly wielding against Justin, who's a much smaller player in Hollywood.
But the judge wasn't having it, calling her demands overly broad and intrusive. Observers in the courtroom described Blake's reaction as near panic. What was supposed to be her power move backfired spectacularly. Instead of exposing Baldoni, she was now being called out for trying to invade his privacy. And then, the biggest bombshell yet. A leaked audio recording surfaced from Hollywood power player Ari Emanuel, the CEO of WME, one of the biggest talent agencies in the industry. In it, Emanuel admitted that he fired Justin Baldoni, not because of any wrongdoing, but because Blake and Ryan personally pushed for it.
So much more evidence has come forward from even Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively themselves that all but confirms that yes, Ryan used his nice pool character in Deadpool and Wolverine to mock Justin Baldoni.
Suddenly, Blake and Ryan weren't victims of a smear campaign. They were now being accused of orchestrating one. But while Blake was scrambling, Ryan Reynolds, completely silent. The same Ryan Reynolds who never misses a chance to crack a joke on Twitter or roast his Hollywood friends, suddenly had nothing to say. And that's when people started asking, was he distancing himself? Or was there something even bigger he didn't want tied to his name? Ryan's absence in court and total silence online only fueled the fire. Hollywood insiders whispered that behind the scenes, he was doing everything he could to protect his brand. Because if this scandal blows up even more, it's not just Blake's reputation on the line, it's his too. But here's where things take an even wilder turn. Blake's Hollywood friends? They've gone completely silent too. Even Taylor Swift, one of Blake's closest allies, has refused to comment. And in Hollywood, silence speaks volumes. Why would someone as powerful as Taylor avoid defending her friend? Some believe it's because she knows how toxic this situation is. And she's not alone. Other A-list figures who used to stand by Blake's side have been noticeably absent. It's as if they're all waiting to see where the chips fall.
We just watched this with the Justin Baldoni case. They just sort of take out, smear, and destroy the reputations of people that they don't like,
before choosing whether to publicly stand with her. And now, the real nightmare begins for Blake. Because the court has just ruled that the next hearing will be broadcast live. Usually, high-profile celebrities can control the media narrative, releasing carefully curated statements, but not this time.
But there's also a huge part of me that's like, really, dude? This is so petty. Because it's like, if he really did all the things you said was what to your wife, this just feels too jokey. Like, shouldn't it be taken more seriously?
For the first time, the public will hear everything as it happens. Raw, unedited, and unspinnable. And if any more damning evidence comes out, there won't be a PR team in the world that can save her. So what happens now? If Blake was hoping to quietly sweep this under the rug, that option is long gone. The leaked audio, the failed subpoenas, and now the looming courtroom showdown. It's all stacking up against her. And what about Ryan? Will he finally break his silence? Or is he planning to completely detach himself from the chaos? One thing's for sure, this scandal isn't dying down anytime soon. And if Scarlett Johansson really has more receipts, Blake Lively's Hollywood fairy tale might be over for good. Let me know what you think in the comments. Whose side are you on? Do you believe Blake was the real victim here? Or is she finally being exposed for pulling the strings behind the scenes? This is one Hollywood war that's just getting started.